Like I said, it's my girlfriend's favorite Jonathan Bird song.
All right.
I guess that's enough to say about it. Diana was a Cherokee, pretty as you'd ever see, with blue eyes and long black hair, with a wild streak from here to there. And reservation life was slow, so she packed her bags to go. Moved to Georgia, took the name Diana Jones. Diana ran the Dewdrop Inn, wily as a mountain calf, and kept a room behind the bar for any man who needed that. And people talk about her still, how she'd take a $20 bill, and right across Jackson's face she'd write, Diana Jones. She brought all the gold to Georgia back shining, $20 at a time. And Harlan wore the badge in town, well, he was always hanging round. But ever since Diana died, you hardly see him on this side. His wife used to come for him, drag him out of the Dewdrop Inn. Wasn't fit for a family man to know Diana Jones. Diana made the front page news the night that she went on the loose, heartbroken with a gun in her hand, and in love with a married man. Neighbors called the station scared. Harlan had to go down there. Something went wrong somewhere for Diana Jones. She brought all the gold in Georgia back shining, $20 at a time. My whistle's not working tonight. And no one knows what happened then between Diana and three armed men. Shots were fired and words were said. Two men and Diana dead. And things went on the way they do. The papers filled with other news. The Wild died in Harlan too, with Diana Jones. I've only seen him once since then. He came into the Dewdrop Inn, bought all the old boys around, and went to put his money down. Gave a $20 bill a kiss, said I hate to part with this. Right across Jackson's face, the name Diana Jones. She brought all the gold in Georgia back shining, $20 at a time. He's good.
Yeah.
He's a good writer. Very good writer. My girlfriend also forbade me from playing this song in public. I swear to God, she said. I played it. I played it one day. She heard me playing it, actually. She was in her office, and she was working, And she heard me playing the song, and she came out of the office and said, "Don't play that song." And I said, "What? I love this song. I want to play it." She said, "That's a Michael Hearn song. You can't play it." So I let that go for a while. And then I sent Michael Hearn a text message, because I know him personally. I sent him a text message and I said, "Michael, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to send my girlfriend a text and tell her it's okay that I play Evergreen." And he said, "Of course." And she got the text, and she came out of the room and she looked at me and gave me that evil eye thing. Ever since then, I've been able to play the song. It's Michael Hearn and Susan Gibson. Hey, have a seat, my friend.
Oh, I'm gonna need a chair that isn't tracked on.
This is a good one.
Or quad pod.
It's a quad pod, yeah. This one will work for you, Dr. Joe.
Thank you.
Just when I think I'm gone, something brings me back. It's my train of thought slips off the track, feeling my way through crossways and blind. It's what you see, not what you find. I don't mind things that don't matter these days. Time I spend on worry never pays. Now the leaves are changing from green to gold. I change with them, I'll be so bold. In vivid colored dreams, nothing's what it seems. I turned inside out and back again. Stuck out on this limb, dancing with the wind. How I long to be evergreen. I've been 10 years lost in strange scenery, like an old dust devil chasing around a tumbleweed. I try to lay down roots so I could just stay there. Blew out my candle and prayed a little prayer. I don't mind things that don't matter these days. Times I spend on worry never pays. Now the leaves are changing from green to gold. I'll change with them, I'll be so bold. In vivid colored dreams, nothing's what it seems. If turned inside out and back again. Stuck out on this land, dancing with the wind. How I long to be evergreen. Get off of me. I hate bugs. I really can't complain. I've enjoyed the ride. Just 'cause I'm running doesn't mean I'm hiding. This wanderlust put me off the map. Followed my heart till it brought me back. I don't mind things that don't matter these days. Time I spend on worry never pays. Now the leaves are changing from green to gold. I'll change with them, I'll be so bold. In vivid colored dreams, nothing's what it seems. I turned inside out and back again. Stuck out on this limb, dancing with the wind. How I long to be evergreen. Stuck out on this limb, dancing with the wind. How I long to be evergreen.
that one of yours?
Michael Hearn.
Oh.
I was just telling them my girlfriend forbade me from playing that song
Why?
because she said that's a Michael Hearn song and you should not play it. And I said, I like it. I want to play it.
Should you not play,
Hello? Hello?
Gordon Lightfoot song?
Yeah, you could have stopped right there, actually. I texted Michael and I said, will you, you're not going to believe this, first of all. My girlfriend won't let me play Evergreen. And he wrote me back and said, you have my dispensation to play Evergreen anytime you want to. So I showed her the text and she was like,
Does she not get what we do?
She does. She does. She does, but she gets weird sometimes on certain people.
See your Laramie?
Absolutely.
I came to Kerrville without a guitar this year
Oh,
for the first
wow.
time in 18 years.
Oh, wow.
I decided time come I need one. There's gonna be, I don't mind carrying in a soft shell is really what I need to do.
Did you see when Aeneas was playing a little bit ago?
Is that one of those little brown Martins?
It's got, I think it's a Martin, yeah.
Looked like one of those all mahogany Martins.
Wow, what a guitar. She's amazing. But one of our guys here is Brad Miller. He's got a Collins guitars with him, and every time I see a Collins, I want one. It's like, oh my God, the tiny little guitar that they have, and they're so good.
Is this in standard A440?
Yeah, it is. Well, no, it's down a half step. Bring it up if you want it.
Okay. Well, speaking of covers, I recorded last year a song written by my friend Kat Eggleston.
Cool.
It's the second time she's handed me a song. She's like, I don't know when I'll ever record another album again, so you just go for it.
Oh, lovely.
Which is a beautiful thing. But I did an album entirely focused on the fact that I'm a dual citizen.
Sure.
Dual U.S.-Irish citizen, and
Right.
I have avoided the whole Celtic thing since the 90s, since the mid and late 90s, because I didn't want to get pigeonholed as a Celtic artist.
Sure.
I just wanted to be a songwriter. But I finally did an album, and maybe I'll play a song off of that next time it comes around.
Cool,
but
cool.
since we were talking about covers and who can or can't, who does or doesn't have the right to play a cover, I wanted to share this song. And it's poignant to me in particular because my granddad immigrated in 1914, the year that this song talks about.
Oh, cool.
He was the same age as the character in this song, and had he not come to the U.S. and volunteered for service, what happens to the character in this song probably would have been his fate.
Oh my gosh.
But there was no independent Ireland at the time, and he would have been a conscript in an Irish regiment of the British Army, and he was a unionist, which in Ireland means that he was for a unified, independent Ireland.
Okay.
And so a Republican, they call them. And yeah, for an independent republic. That's what it meant over there.
Right.
And he was a native speaker of the Irish language. And it was finally Kat's song that helped me understand why he left when he did, because he refused to fight under the Union Jack.
That's cool.
But then he didn't want to be seen as somebody who wasn't willing to be of service. So he joined service here, and because he was from Kildare, they sent him to the Texas-Mexico border, just west of El Paso. And he wrote a letter home to his sister, who was, kid you not, a nun in a convent in Athy in Ireland. And he said, when I die, know that I shall go to heaven, for I have already been to hell.
Ooh, nice.
And, I think when you grow up in the verdant heartland of Ireland and then go to, especially in 1914, west of El Paso, there's not a whole lot there.
No.
So anyway, I feel a kinship with this song on a very deep level. It's called Letter Home 1914 by Kat Eggleston.
Wow.
Dear Jenny, I'm so sorry I'm only writing today. But since my leaving, I've been so lonely, I found no words to say. My thoughts are only of Mary, I hope to hear from her soon. I'd more to bequeath if I should never return. I hear out in the trenches we're drugged with whiskey and rum. Let's try that again. I hear out in the trenches we're drugged with whiskey and rum. If we were ever to come to our senses, we'd never carry a gun. Because of the drink, I hardly remember telling my loved ones goodbye. I only know when I was sober, all I could do was cry. Dear sister, if I should ever come home, lose or win, I swear that I will never go soldiering again. I'll save for home if Mary will have me and God should give us the chance. But now they say after Christmas they're sending us to France. Dear sister, may you be well and may all your years be blessed. My Mary is silent. Please, if you see her, then tell her I wish her the best. All that I have, I leave it to you, so keep this letter near. Your brother John, Company D, in his killing Fusiliers. Your dear brother John, Company D, in his killing Fusiliers.
Wow. Oh my God.
Nice.
That's you, man. That's
Yeah, kind
perfect.
of. She called me with it and said, "I think I wrote a song that you're supposed to sing."
Oh
And
my
I was
God.
like, God love you, Kat. Thank you. Yeah,
That's really
it's
sweet.
just- yeah.
Wow.
Thanks for letting me
Bill.
play your guitar, Bill.
Hey, Steve, did you have fun tonight?
I did.
You look like you did. The piano was great. You're
Yeah,
just getting so good at it now.
I don't know about that. Daryl Scott played right after me.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not a comparison that anybody should do.
Steve, you want me to pull in that blue chair that has no handles, no arms on it? Are you okay sitting on these?
The blue one is,
on these?
yeah,
All right.
he's been on them before, I
I,
think.
man, I can't sit on them. Kill my ass.
Or I could do I could do that one.
They're about the same, actually.
They're about the same
Yeah, have a
size?
seat. Have a seat.
Well, let's try it.
You'll find out it's pretty good. It's good lumbar support, man.
You know, tonight was fun.
It was great. Good show, too, all the way.
Yeah, really
So
nice show.
You were telling me where this is, and I literally found a parking place like right there. I said, there
Ah.
it is. I was trying to like, okay, I think I'll remember all those.
You mean the gates opened? Yeah. Yeah. There's the gates to heaven.
You know, maybe I'll just take a minute here and open this and tune it while I'm not interrupting anybody.
Where did that come from since you didn't bring it?
Oh, I didn't bring a guitar. I brought the bouzouki.
Okay, good.
Bouzouki's harder to find.
Ah,
I can usually find a guitar if I need to play one.
that's a Baird Blaine.
It's not every day you find a bouzouki hanging around.
Shut
that
bloody bouzouki player up! Anybody Python fans in the house?
Yeah, a couple.
Yep.
You want to play? You're here to play.
Sure, but I can wait. What are you guys?
If you feel self-conscious or something, from you've sat down before and played
Either way.
immediately. I've seen you do it a couple hundred times.
Yeah. Alan's not here, huh?
No, he's in
in
India.
India.
Yeah,
Alan?
Alan
Alan
Roeth.
Oh,
He's in India.
I think he's living there like what, 8 months of the year,
Yeah,
9 months of the
yeah.
year?
I asked him, "Are you coming?" Because I didn't see his name on the list for song school, and he said, "My name should be on there. I'll have to call Steve and make sure."
Does he normally
He's
attend
coming.
song school?
Every year, he runs the bot. He runs the Big Orange Tarp.
Right, but does he? What does he do at
thank you
song
very
school?
much.
Does he write songs?
No, he teaches. He teaches tech classes a lot. Computer
He's on
classes
like
and stuff.
Okay.
how to use technology to further
He's-
your career.
He's actually been on staff there longer than anybody, even Steve Seskin. He's been at all of them. I do not, because I'm arrogant.
Let's see. Did you catch any of Anais?
I did. She's so
Yeah.
good. God, I love that
so
guitar
happy to
too.
be here.
Yeah, I know. Boy, that's a
They were
smiley
doing something
face.
a little weird with her voice in the house.
You think?
It was very thin.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the first couple songs for sure.
Yeah.
It got a little bit better, but that's also part of how she sings.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Let's see though. What should I play? Maybe I'll play this. I was going to play this tonight. Back in the 60s, two wannabe hippies met in the summer of love. As long as they were together, they didn't long for nothing that wouldn't fit in their Volkswagen Bug. They didn't have much money, but oh, they had plenty of time. They weren't looking for mountains to climb. Couple of years later, they signed mortgage papers on 850 square feet, where they grew a rose garden, cooked dinners together, thinking what else would they ever need. Then he got a promotion, and with it the notion there was truth in those magazine ads, that one step up the ladder there was something better than what they already had. Whoa, it can happen to the best of us. Our most precious flowers get crushed by our endless desires. And whoa, don't forget what you're working for, and fall straight through the devil's trap door, and wake up where everything's never enough. Welcome to the land of more and more. They started a family, a set of twins, brought a nanny, and a split-level house on a hill. Soccer, taekwondo, baseball, piano, not a moment for them to be still. Now mom microwaves egg rolls, dad meets his new goals, gets home a little later each night. They're all exhausted. Somehow they lost what they set out to find. Whoa, It can happen to the best of us. Our most precious flowers get crushed by our endless desires. And whoa, don't forget what you're working for. Fall straight through the devil's trap door. And wake up where everything's never enough. Welcome to the land of more and more. It was a shock to their neighbors. When they filed divorce papers, they were boxing up all their things. She started laughing when he found that photograph of them in their bell-bottom jeans. They looked at each other like they were still lovers with a lot of life left to explore. So they patched things up, fell deeper in love than ever before. Maybe less really is more.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thanks.
I would
That-
dearly love to learn that.
Yeah.
I can teach it to you. It's pretty straightforward. I have it on a CD yet.
Nice. That's good.
Beautiful song, Steve. Thank you.
Thanks. I wrote that with Alan Shamlin. It's kind of a conglomeration of both our lives.
That was one of those fun years that here when you brought Alan in for song school.
Yeah.
It's 3 or 4 or 5 years ago now.
I think it was, at least 5 or 6 or 7. And then we did a set together.
Yeah.
It
That was
fun.
great. Wonderful.
Yeah, like my wife and I bought, our first house that we bought was 850 square feet. But the soccer taekwondo is all about, he and his wife had twins and then another kid about 2 years later. So they were like crazed for a few years.
Hey, Teresa. There's a heater over here for you.
Heater?
It's a lantern she stands next to sometimes because she gets cold.
Man, this weather is amazing.
Isn't it great? This is
Yeah,
weird.
I'm like,
It's
bottle
weird.
this. I want it every year.
It won't happen.
I know.
Do you know that guy?
This guy right
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
Hello.
That's Keith.
Steve. Oh, the guy with the guitar.
Yes, sir.
The guy who sent me an email today. I remember that guitar in Chevron.
Well, the one you saw was a converted Taylor. The one
Yeah.
I have now was
It's the real thing.
scratch, and it's the real deal.
The real deal. It's really
So,
sweet too.
I'd love to show it to you just to see
Sure.
where I took it. So,
Sounds good.
sometime. Doesn't have to be whenever it suits you, let me know.
Yeah, Keith's going to be here the whole festival, so
I'll
it'll
be here till Thursday night.
right,
Leave.
right.
By the way, I had nothing to do with your photograph not being in the program as part of song school. It pissed me off. Because they knew you were teaching. I mean, I don't know what happened, but
It's okay.
I stay out of that part of it, as you know.
I figured it was a snafu.
It was just a snafu.
Right.
It was, I think somebody who put it together saw it like 6, like.
So perfect, yeah. 6, yeah.
But it pissed me off.
Well, my picture should always be a little smaller than the 6, you know.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I know you're with us every year doing that, but still, I mean, you're doing it. So.
Yeah. Well, all I had to see was that it was on the schedule still. You know, the one you sent out for
Yeah.
example. And that's all I had. Oh, okay, I'm good. Baylis, you gonna play something?
Oh, okay.
It's
I
your
wasn't sure
turn.
which way you
We're
were
going
saying
right
that.
at you.
Going counterclockwise, which always makes a left-handed person happy. This means you're always moving in a wide circle to the left.
Exactly. Did that not on purpose.
Oh, tequila couldn't ease the pain. She left me standing in a cold Texas rain. I'm sorry, let me check the tune.
Fix that one because it's got a little wart on it.
Yeah.
So what's the deal with the guitar? Is it a very special
You
guitar?
mean, yeah, it's Keith's. He made it. It's an 8-string.
Oh,
It's
I'll go get it.
which strings are double?
the D and the G.
The D and the G.
Yeah.
In
Sorry, I'm
reverse
sorry.
order. But that's
Doubled unison or doubled in octaves?
Octave. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other 4 strings are singles.
Yeah.
So it's really sweet to play. You should play it too.
Yeah.
You should definitely.
I like
Joe
funny
should play
string
it.
instruments.
well.
Yeah, look
it's
what you're holding.
Multi-string, multi-scale, and
Yeah, it's multi-scale too, so it's got the.
multi-crazy. It's different.
Try Baylis, go ahead. I didn't mean to stall you out.
That's all right.
We were buying you time
Oh,
too.
tequila, yeah.
Instead of telling a joke.
Couldn't ease the pain, that's fine. She left me standing in a cold Texas rain. I couldn't stand to stay. It was time to move. I took a plane to London from San Antonio. How far must I fly to forget her? How far must I fly to leave her memory behind? I'll go anywhere to find someone new again. I'll go all the way to land's end. I followed that map down the southwest coast. I stood before Stonehenge with all its druid ghosts. Walked along the rows of old Roman baths. Then I drove that rover down my chosen path. How far must I fly to forget her? How far must I drive to leave her memory behind? I'll go anywhere to find someone new again. I'll go all the way to land's end. I got into Land's End just about sundown, drinking some Macallan inside the Stag and Crown. At a nearby table there were 2 old British men, reminiscing the Great War while they reeked of gin. Local girl sat down and liked the funny way I talk. Few more rounds of drinks and then we took a walk. I glanced at the Atlantic, southwest towards San Antonio. Maybe I'll find a new love here. I don't want to go. How far must I fly to forget her? How far must I drive to leave her memory behind? I'll go anywhere to find someone new again. I'll go all the way to Land's End. Land's End. Yeah, Land's End.
Thank you.
Like that. Richard Lappin is next, and he is actually teaching a seminar next week about grief. It's going to be good.
Well, I am like a broken clock, I'm right just twice a day. I never got my clock fixed, I go through time the hard way. And I'm half a mile as a crow flies from where I ought to be. But I have never been a crow, and so I wander aimlessly. So aimlessly. Time and space, what was your face on a winter's day 5 years before you were born? Time and space, a spoonful of grace can take you from the darkness to the dawn. Now, objects in the mirror might be closer than they appear. You can waste a lifetime just measuring your feet. And I watch you as you sleep at night, watch your chest rise and fall. I match each breath of yours with mine, I breathe, that's all. That's all. Is this a prayerful song I'm singing, or is it a songful prayer? Most days I don't know the difference, and most days I don't care. I don't care. Time and space, what was your face on a summer's day 10 years before you were born? Time and space, a spoonful of grace can take you from the darkness to the dawn.
Sweet.
Yeah. You broadcasting or just recording? Just archiving?
Huh?
I said, you broadcasting or just archiving?
No, just archiving basically. It's
Recording for the non-person.
exactly. Exactly.
We met when we were so much younger. You told me of your passion for this land. You said that one day we would go together to a magic place where we'd walk hand in hand. You told me of your time in Galway, and university, of all the joys you knew, studying the cultures of the ancients. But sometimes there are dreams that don't come true. I didn't know you then, and I don't know you now, but somewhere in the middle we lived in life somehow. And I'm standing by the river in the town you love the most, as I walk the streets of Galway in the shadow of your ghost. Feeding chips to seagulls by the harbor, past the Spanish Arch you'd sit there on the wall, writing for hours in your journal, noting everything you felt and saw. I didn't know you then, and I don't know you now, but somewhere in the middle we lived in life somehow. And I'm standing by the river in the town you love the most, as I walk the streets of Galway in the shadow of your ghost. I lean against the rail as my tears fall in the water. The Friars River carries them away. I stare at my reflection as if there were some answers in the face that ripples staring back my way. I come to the cathedral to sit and light a candle for a love that changed the nature of my life. I wish you very well, pray that you are happy. Now it's time to take my leave and say goodbye. I didn't know you then, and I don't know you now, but somewhere in the middle we lived a life somehow. And I'm standing by the river in the town you love the most, as I walk the streets of Galway. I walk the streets of Galway, as I walk the streets of Galway in the shadow of your ghost. In the shadow of your ghost. Yes, I walk the streets of Galway in the shadow of your ghost, in the shadow of your ghost.
Very sweet.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get to hear your own guitar, do you?
Yeah, it's a great guitar.
Thank you.
And
I'm gonna check my tuning.
Am I
Hey,
back
do you
far?
know,
you're fine. You're fine. Yeah.
I have to sing a chorus in Gaelic. You have to know Gaelic.
I think he
I
does.
know little bits
a
and
little bit.
phrases.
Yeah.
I mean, I have an Irish passport, but I've
I
not really
know.
studied the language much.
I have to sing harmony.
You know, I'm thinking that learning Klingon might be easier.
Pat, I got a pocket text to speech to text from a friend recently, and I accused him of learning Klingon.
I think Betsy Burnham knew Klingon. Sorry, my mind is.
Maybe that's why she doesn't want to show her face.
Maybe that's what killed her.
Coon!
Kapla.
Haven't sung this one for a while. Let's see if that's the right key. Ah, the June wedding in its warm and floral setting, and the banquet table spreading underneath the blooming trees. That's what Mama told her, and the magazines they sold her. A spring would turn to summer just as pretty as you please. Well, she found the man she wanted. She found he wanted her. They wanted each the other, yes, and soon they took out their busy calendars and looked ahead a while and found they simply couldn't wait till June. Oh, June was far too far away. They couldn't even wait till May, and April just seemed oddly out of tune. But in a blizzard there, so in a blizzard there in March, when the temperature was harsh, they had a wedding just as June as June. Whoa. Well, the ushers held the snow scoops while the ladies swirled in skirt hoops, and the mamas teary-eyed and in a swoon. As the ice formed on the concrete and the guests all wished for shoe cleats, and everyone had cold feet but the groom. Well, the flowers were imported, but the sweethearts were transported by the warmest wishes ever filled a room. It was a blizzard, it was March. The temperature was harsh, but the wedding was as June as June. Well, there was frosting on the window pane and on the frosted mugs, and frosting on the cake a mile high. There was a sparkle on her finger and a sparkle in his eye, and a sparkle on the avalanche of snowflakes from the sky. Who needs a June wedding? The dog he would be shedding, and you could not go sledding on your sunny honeymoon. It was a blizzard, it was March. The temperature was harsh, but the wedding was as June as June. Yeah, there was frosting on the window pane and on the frosted mugs, and frosting on a cake a mile high. There was a sparkle on her finger and a sparkle in his eye, and a sparkle on the avalanche of snowflakes from the sky. Who needs a June wedding? The dog he would be shedding. You could not go sledding on your sunny honeymoon. It was so now there's no forgetting, and the story's never ending, and the wedding was as June as June. Yes, the wedding was as June as June.
Yeah. That's Ann Zimmerman.
Somehow, like hunched, I can't hit the high notes when I'm sitting.
It's a little low chair, isn't it? Ann's here because Coho's not here. So is Heidi, actually. Unfortunately, Coho kind of not here.
What happened to Cole?
Well, Gary Martin used to be the impetus to keep things going every year, and he's been dealing with cancer treatments, and he's doing better.
No, I
We
thought.
also lost our setup crew. We don't have the actual people to put up the
Right, right.
Michael
They would
Terry
get rid of
had
it.
a big
God,
hand
I remember it.
when he was in
He's,
the
yeah, he did. He was an
How long ago did
impetus.
he pass?
10 years.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah.
That's very nice to get.
From the Zoom.
This is Randy Palmer.
Well, they're renters. They're not owners. And they're a step ahead of a payday loan and clinging to hopes they had when they threw their lives together. They each work 2 jobs and trade off kids, hungry mouths that must be fed, and they still found they do not have to love their children.
And that's life on its own terms. It moves so fast, it's all a blur, and they're safe in each other's arms, at least until the break of dawn. That's life. That's the life they're living. Well, they had a dream, a little shop where they could make the rules, be the boss with the banker. Oh, he checked that box that said to come back later. So they apply for every job that would change the road they're traveling on. But they always ask, have you broke the law? Were there consequences? And that's life on its own terms. It moves so fast, it's all a blur, and they're safe in each other's arms, at least until the break of dawn. That's life. That's the life they're living. They need a clapboard house painted white with a fenced-in yard. The kids will play outside, and a steady 825 that covers their expenses. From where they stand, that's a long way. Yes, from where they stand, that's a long way. From where they stand, that's a long way. In the distance, that's life on its own terms. It moves so fast, it's all a blur, and they're safe in each other's arms, at least until the break of dawn. That's life. That's the life they're living. That's the life they're living.
Randy Palmer. He's one of the Randy boys, by the way. He and Randy Brown. They're Randy all the time. It's tough. I don't have as many chairs as I need. Yeah. We'll see what happens then. It worked out last night. There's a viola player in the house. Nothing wrong with that. Ouch. By the way, those that are standing outside, I'm going to try to get you in. You may be an outside in, but... And I also, since he's tuning, I want to introduce you to someone that I met today that I've known for years. This is Theo right over here. We're Facebook friends, and he's known me for a long time, but never knew.
Sure it's really him?
It's really him, though. Yes. This is not Betsy. This is not Betsy.
Check his ID.
He's. Anybody could be Betsy. He's put it together today that Bill Nash and Camp NashBill have something to do with each other. Nobody ever guessed.
Day,
Really.
8 years old.
I brought
really good friend and a great songwriter, by the way.
Cool.
Steve Miller.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll get you in somehow. Joe just asked me if we should expand the circle. He said, should we expand the circle? And I said, I don't have any more chairs that don't have arms. So standing is good.
This is amazing. Either of you can have this one.
There is a chair. Don't bring yourself.
I'll stand by Bill. I've always stood by Bill.
Is
You
that,
have.
Heidi, the A on your shirt, is that like
Oh,
from the red
this is
letter? Is
from,
that like the anarchist symbol? Is that...
It's the Crones of Anarchy.
Oh, okay.
Ah, cool.
It's a large group of older women on Facebook
Oh, there's another one.
Cool.
who just aren't going to take it anymore.
Good.
I can move a
It's a
little bit.
great group.
Down here. I can move a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you. You want to bring that to chair? Oh, yeah, get that. Don't touch it.
Somewhere in the back of your mind, I bet there's something, a burden that you bear. You've buried it 1,000 times, swore it was nothing, but it keeps coming up for air. You can hang on to it, let it drag you down, right up to when they lay you in the ground. Or you can let it go now. You can let it go now. I'm guessing you got hurt real bad. You're not done crying. There's no forgiveness in your heart. Even though it makes you sad, you keep trying to figure out why it fell apart. You can wear your pain like it's some kind of crown. Keep choking back your tears until you drown. Or you can let them go now. Let it go now. And the sun just might come peeking through the clouds. And hope just might come sneaking back around. I've sat in the saddle you're in. It's not just lonely, it's a dangerous place. I'm not gonna tell you how, my friend, but get off that pony. That's one you're never gonna break. You can hang on to it, let it drag you down, right up to when they lay you in the ground. Or you can let it go now. You can let it go now. You can let it go now.
That's Steve Seskin.
What a beautiful song, Steve.
And this is Heidi Muller. Old coho friend.
So this is a song I wrote on a dulcimer pitched an octave lower and without a capo on it, but this is the only dulcimer I have here, so I'm going to make it work.
I don't know if we can stand it. Not having the right dulcimer. I think
Damn.
it's well
Gee
hard for
whiz.
us.
It's only the no, what it means is that I don't know the lay of the land so well up here,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to pull it off.
Cool.
How do birds tell time? When to leave the branch and take to the sky, circling up to climb, swoop and dip, tail and tip, find some friends on the wing, draw them close in magnificent spirals, let the earth hear you sing, sing your joy and your will for survival. Murmuration, no one knows why, swirling pulsation, dance with the sky.
By the way, you may smell something in the background. They're making quesadillas, so if you want a quesadilla, they'll be available. I think.
I think I spent
Nobody.
3 hours one night making quesadillas.
They're quesadillas.
K-E-R-R,
It's a tradition, yes.
C-U-R-S-E, to be clear.
Well, actually, I was thinking first. Yeah, I'm glad you clarified that.
Quesadillas.
Spelling's everything.
It's a beautiful song.
Could be quesadivas.
When did you write that?
A couple years ago, probably.
Okay, maybe I
I
haven't
probably
heard that.
haven't had a lot of chances.
Yeah.
Even the dulcimer part was like,
Stunning. Yeah.
Just a little.
September 1900, the barometer's headed down. Warnings from Havana didn't scare the island town. Bring a platter of oysters, a few more rounds of beer. We've had these storms before, ain't nothing out there to fear. Somewhere off West Africa, 7,000 miles east, Mother Nature went into labor and gave birth to the beast. Cotton Exchange, Artillery Club, bordellos, and saloons, ignorant of the winds of change that would be coming soon. Hurricane is coming, folks. Better run. Take the last train to Houston or be gone. close to Galveston. September 8th dawned, the mother of pearl sky, a warning or an omen to those about to die. Shell shops on the Midway were first victims of the squall. Wind and waves demolished them just like wrecking balls. Flying slate roof shingles only added to the dead like machetes in the wind. They sliced off limbs and heads. Its eye was calm, but rage filled its heart. Shotgun homes and mansions quickly blown apart. Hurricane is coming, folks. You better run. Take the last train to Houston or it goes Galveston. Spanish called it the island of misfortune, of storms and rattlesnakes. Now it's the island of hubris, the island of mistakes, and an island known for gamblers that made a bet and lost. Over 6,000 souls was the deadly cost. Drowned and rotted corpses scattered along the strand seemed to be saying, hey, we should have had a plan. So I'm standing on the seawall. Just about midnight, I go back in time and imagine the dreadful fright when the moon is full and the tides are low. Spirits in the sky as those old Gulf winds blow. Hurricane is coming, folks, you better run. Take the last train to Houston or be ghost of Galveston.
Edgad was the one where you were sort of up the neck pretty far a couple of times.
Yeah.
Some really interesting chord voicings in that.
I think
Is that City of Prophets?
Is that your
Prophet of Cities.
Yeah. Prophet of Cities, sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve,
Yeah.
your phone.
Your phone. You might want your phone.
You wouldn't have lost it around here.
I'm going to do a song I co-wrote with a Pittsburgh friend of mine. I have songs older than her, but so this I wrote the song with Maribel Skipworth. It's from a weekly prompt, same prompt as Prophet of Cities, but this prompt was Lounge Act. The Lounge Act has a song for you, a number they would like to croon about the roses and the moon and how love ends too soon. Red velvet glides across the stage to match the flower in the vase. This melody was once the rage. The Lounge Act knows the tune. It's bound to fade. Might
Jack knows the catalog of love and loss and sing-alongs, the ones they learned when they were young across the many years. It's bound to fade, might as well belt it out. 7 people in the room, listening to you, the final page. The show is over now, so the lounge act takes a bow. The people trickle out.
Nice.
I brought side instruments. I haven't played them yet, but if I start to and you don't want them, give me a look.
Okay. We would never do that.
Oh, you could totally do that.
That was Brad Yoder, by the way. And this is Richard Lappin. We do have a couple of seats if you guys want to sit down that got guitar. You're more than welcome. It might get a little tight, but go ahead. Yeah. If Steve comes back, I'll give him my chair.
This is his chair.
That's fine.
I think he'll be out for a while.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, I should put my money where my mouth is, or something like that. So I'm doing a couple of workshops on grief and healing and loss, because my wife died in January.
Sorry,
After
yeah.
40 plus years. So I'm inviting people to come and play loss songs about loss. So I gotta get ready for my own. This bed is way too big now, but I still keep on my side. It's like I'm waiting for her to come back from that old so lonely ride. It's the forever part that kills me. It's the forever part that kills me. When it feels like all the tears have been wept. Forever is a word I can't accept.
So good.
Not yet. I can wake and go to work, write songs sitting in my car. But I feel like a zombie playing in a zombie bar. It's the forever part that kills me. It's the forever part that kills me. Count the days and weeks, I don't know why. Time drags through the mud, it doesn't fly. I want something to believe in. I don't need a master plan. I just want to hold a certain someone's hand. It's the forever part that kills me. It's the forever part that kills me. My head says move on, but not my heart. I reach across the bed and I fall apart. It's the forever part that kills me. It's the forever part that kills me.
Wow. Beautiful.
Come on in, my friend.
I don't know why
Give me
they're
that.
called
You got-
Curacino.
Well, that's a beautiful guitar you have there.
First bite makes you go,
Yeah, it's cool. Sure. There you go. Oh.
It's drifting up from across the way. She has only time, with no way to use it, except to wait for the coming day. And every day is just another day, when nothing changes, there is nothing new. Once a year, there's a card or two, but Margaret does not know from whom. What's happened in her life to bring her such sorrow? The aging eyes tell Margaret's fate, and no one hears her cries as she waits upon tomorrow, with all those years ahead to wait. She can't remember when, she can't recall the faces of children grown, of lovers past. She has only eyes for the moment and the spaces that come and go, but do not last. She prays to God, but can't remember why. And so her prayer is like a song she knew. The words are whispered in an empty room and echo with her solitude. And every day is just another day, when nothing changes, there is nothing new. Once a year, there's a card or two, but Margaret does not know from whom.
Yeah.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Yeah.
That was quite a day, I think, huh?
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Dee.
Yes, you guys are great.
Thank you so much.
Those things are a habit for me. I need 3 side people. Him,
What key?
him, and her. I'm going to do it in D minor so you can... D minor? No, wait. E minor. That'll be... I was going to put it in E flat minor, but it's a little harder. I got to tune a little bit. I hope we're in tune with each other, but A440, it does get out of tune every once in a while.
Okay, the soprano.
Now this has a solo in a certain place, and if we have to do it 3 times, that's okay. Because I want to hear it all.
Jams.
No jams, man. This is not a jam song. This is a medley of my hit. I wrote the song when I was 40 years old. It's my 40s torch song. That's at least 26 years ago. God, it's that long. This is called When I Was in Love. Love's a funny thing. Sometimes you have it and ignore it. At times it's not around when you need it, but its memory never leaves you. When I was in love, the sun was ever brighter. When I was in love, skies were always clear. When I was in love, I could almost hit the note. Everything seemed better. Now all I think about is when I was in love. When I was in love, every night was starry. When I was in love, the moon was always full. When I was in love, life was just a playground. All I think about is when I was in love. Love gets harder as I get older. So easy to be set in my ways. But I've got a heart that's brimming over. Waiting for the one to open the floodgates, Brad. Want to be in love, not for just a moment. I hope to be in love more than for all time.
when I was in love. Sweet. Nice. I know that was the hardest thing, was to get you with me, because that instrument is like, it's harder to get to pitch. Because I know these guys were going to go, you know, do their thing. But it's there.
Pretty good band you got there.
Not bad. I like it.
Yeah.
Like we rehearsed.
Oh, yeah.
That lovely changes on that.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
For sure.
Fun, nice play. Nice hearing you play.
And go this way.
Let's forget it.
I got two over here.
Coming.
Haunts your heart at midnight when you know that you should rest. You see her beauty in the sunrise, feel her burning in your breast. Fruit of all temptation from some forbidden trees, but the feeling that you long for only lives when it is free. You may hold the candle, but you cannot hold the flame. If you ever touch that fire, you will never be the same. A spirit that's elusive, something wild you cannot take. You may hold the candle, but you cannot hold the flame. Unexpectedly you see her in the middle of your day, and she fills your heart with wonder as you try to look away. A dangerous desire, but you cannot stem the tide, the ebb and flow of all your dreaming. You keep locked up deep inside. You may hold the candle, but you cannot hold the flame. If you ever touch that fire, you will never be the same. A spirit that's elusive, something wild you cannot take. You may hold the candle, but you cannot hold the flame. And the angels dance around her head when the moon shines on her hair. There are galaxies within her eyes, untold stories linger there. Every moment has its purpose, but every moment has its end. The only tree that cannot weather is the one that will not bend. You may hold the candle, but you cannot hold the flame. If you ever touch that fire, you will never be the same. The spirit that's elusive, something wild you cannot tame. You may hold the candle, but you cannot hold the flame. You may hold the candle, but you'll never hold the flame.
Yes. That song was burst up on Chapel Hill, I believe, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it
Chapel
birth-
Hill and Camp Naked and here, kind of
Right,
all three.
right. I remember you playing it that
Run
first
it down
day.
right after you wrote it.
Yeah.
I
About
remember that.
a couple minutes after it was done.
Yeah,
I remember that well.
I do too. I remember that well.
Oh, Grace Pedersen's here that year.
She sure was.
It's the first time I met her. I remember you saying, introducing me to her by saying that you had underwear that were older than her.
Yep, I think he said something like that.
Which told me more than I really needed to know.
It's also Camp TMI.
Yeah, that's true. It used to be.
Camp TMI.
Yeah.
I used to have a shirt.
It's one of
I
the-
used to have a shirt that
one
had
of
like
the
8
AKAs.
names. We had AKAs.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is my lost song.
Lost? Song?
Lost.
Loss.
Gravity seems to pull me harder now than it did when you were here and life was full of cheer, floating up like a child's balloon. And you know I'd be up there soon if I only could make it be. But you see, gravity, I recall those weightless days. Light as air with you, my friend, 2 feathers on the wind. When impossible deeds we found were as simple as falling down. But without you I find that I can't defy gravity like we did together then. Mr. Isaac Newton, I have to say, I wish he'd been gone away that fateful day when that apple fell, the day that the apple dropped. Though I know it would not have stopped the laws that apply to me, and one must be gravity. The law of gravity, la 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 la, gravity seems to pull me harder now.
Yeah. Randy.
It intrigues me, the grief workshop you're going to do. I've got one song about grief, so it's that song I did last night.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I reached into an old junk drawer to find a memory of yours. Between the buttons, the nickels, and the twine. As hard as I searched, there was nothing there but hurt. There was nothing to mend this heart of mine. Ah, grief, you're a mystery, a wondrous misery, a question that's never satisfied. You're a thought uncompleted, and I'm standing here defeated, and I'm reaching out for arms I'll never find. My heart trembles every time you walk across my mind. So I reached a little deeper, and in between our secrets, you know the kind we kept all to ourselves, found that they were empty. They've been robbed of all their meaning. So I wrapped them up, I put them on a shelf. Ah, grief, you're a mystery, a wondrous misery, a question never satisfied. You're a thought uncompleted, and I'm standing here defeated, and I'm reaching out for arms I'll never find. My heart trembles every time you cross my mind. I'm standing in our room, and I'm reaching out for you. And as I take you in my arms, you are gone, and I'm alone. Ah, grief, you're a mystery, a wondrous misery, a question never satisfied. You're a thought uncompleted, and I'm standing here defeated, and I'm reaching out for arms I'll never find. My heart trembles every time you cross my mind. My heart trembles every time you cross my mind.
much hearing that again. Thank you, man. I was pretty tired last night. That's
You want to play one?
phenomenal.
Jacoby, you guys going to play one back there?
Why? I would love to hear that.
Come on.
I've got a really
Come on.
cool guitar right here.
Uh-oh.
Has anybody not had
guitar
a
than
piece
guitar
of
player.
I've had some, but I don't want to take one. Thank you.
Anybody not had a quesadilla?
Anybody want
Would
one?
like one? Anybody like another one?
'Cause we'll have to eat them ourselves.
Sorry, who's
There's one over there. You sold one.
sold?
Sold.
Well, I was just wondering if it was holding earlier because it was holding a case.
Oh, no, I know. You need a guitar, you borrow it.
No, I don't.
We can definitely hear you back there, but
Okay.
come on in actually, since he left the seat open for you. Yeah, come on in.
This will be fine.
Left.
Oh, yeah, give him to Richard.
Thank you.
I'm gonna cut myself off, but they're awfully good.
Thanks for letting me sit in here. This is my first time to Kerrville.
Oh, cool.
So I'm just
Welcome
getting my
home.
feel for things. I'm from Northeast Tennessee.
And your name
My
is?
name's Steve.
Steve.
Butler.
Great.
Going once.
And this is
Going four times.
this song is called Comfort and Grace.
You know me. Like a snack.
I need a little comfort, just a little comfort. I see a little comfort. Help me find a little comfort and grace. 'Cause my world keeps on spinning so out of control, and it's leaving an ache in my bones and a hole in my soul. But when I have open up the curtain to let a little light into this place. And the sight that I'm seeking is your lovely face. Coming on home to bring a little comfort and grace. 'Cause when I know you're here, my mind is always clear, and I can hold you near and forget about my troubles for a while. And you settle me down like a soft, easy chair, and open my heart like a window to the sweet evening air. As we lie together, I never worry about bad weather. Let the storm clouds gather, and those thirsty, thirsty fields will have a drink tonight. And the world just might bloom like a garden again, and I'll watch those blossoms that blow in the wind. I'll know there's always a new dream to chase, but tonight, let's just share a little comfort and grace. As we lie together, I never worry about bad weather. You can let the storm clouds gather, and those thirsty fields will have a drink tonight. And the world just might bloom like a garden again. I'll watch those blossoms that blow in the wind, and I'll know there's always a new dream to chase, but tonight,
Let's just share a little comfort and grace.
Yeah, very nice. What up? Let's switch out again and let's get Brad in here. Cause he's got a special guitar in his hand.
I do. And I don't have to be the one to follow Steve in this chair.
Exactly.
Thanks, Bill.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Oh, now that I'm hearing this,
I
I'm
know.
supposed to change songs.
You could.
Is that your guitar?
That's an eight-string guitar.
But is that yours or
No, it's right over there. That guy over there behind Heidi is Keith Young. He made it. His design and everything. He's worked with a bunch of real pro.
Did you build this?
No,
It's Keith.
You want to tell the story about this guitar? It's his guitar. You want to tell
Yeah, stand
the
up.
story?
Yeah, you want the AM version or the FM? And I got it to be the long version.
Medium.
The quick version.
It's a quick one.
Yeah.
But mostly true.
Mostly true, yeah. I built my first
Let me
guitar
give
58
you a card.
years ago, and I've been fiddling around with it ever since, collecting ideas and influences from instruments I've played and other builders that I've spoken to. And you all use the same notes to write yours. Well, we all use a lot of the same ideas to build ours, but I combined everything I wanted a guitar to do in this one guitar. Offset the sound hole so I could drive as much of the top as possible with the bridge. That gave it a bigger sound and a better bass response. Fan frets to give it a multi-scale to increase the tension on the bass, so that if you drop the tuning, it doesn't get all flubby and weird, and shorten the scale on the trebles so they sound a little sweeter and not quite so harsh. The let's see. Oh, my biggest contribution to this, my original contribution to this, is to come up with something that had some of the chime of a 12-string, but was you could play more articulately and tune more easily in a crowd, like a 6-string. So the only strings that are octave pairs are the G and D strings, and one of those courses is reversed. So your thumb always hits the fundamental string first, and your fingers always hit the fundamental string first.
Right.
And if you dig in a little bit, you can get some of that change.
Very
Did you hear
smart.
that audible Vanna White I did for you?
You take this? I think I got it.
Oh, and I built it all out of Hawaiian wood because I just love the way
Body
it
shape
looks.
is amazing. Most of that breakover anything.
So now you're in trouble. You got to pick one that's really good.
You know, I do, but just the sound of this, like a quarter two just barely plucked, sounds
Oh, I know.
so
Fascinating
huge on here.
shaped
So
bridge.
it's,
Yeah, isn't it?
and I'm gonna resist the urge to get aggressive on it. I don't know why, but I was just sitting here in this song.
No. Yeah. It's very subtle.
I don't know why I want to play this song, but it's my least entertaining song. It
All
is,
from the same
but it
thing.
just might be my most important song. So, and it's, if you ever wake up and find yourself in an abusive relationship, could be romantic, could be born into an abusive relationship, could be an abusive employment opportunity. Anyway,
Exploitation is not hard to find.
listen, 3 or 4.
So many choices.
If it ends up in a refrain at the end, feel free. I sit there silently, afraid to speak my truth, knowing you would just disagree. So I clung to my aloof, 'Cause I've been in fear, and I've been in shame. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm to blame. 'Cause you sit in judgment, berate of your disdain, criticize and disregard what threatens all you claim. 'Cause you live in fear, and you live in shame. Maybe you're not good enough. Maybe you're to blame. Well, it's not your fault, but it's yours to change. Don't you know you're beautiful, special kind of strange? But your loved ones, they shouldn't live in fear, and they shouldn't be ashamed. Tell them that they're good enough, they're not to blame. 'Cause the cycle ends here. Yeah, the cycle ends here. The cycle ends here. The cycle ends here. The cycle ends here.
Wow, that's great.
Thank you so much.
So I just see on the weather it says the thunderstorm started at 2:30. So
Just to say, yeah.
Judge.
I thought it was coming.
What time is it?
1:30.
1:30.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got an
What
hour.
direction
We
are
can
you
get around
coming
one or
from?
two.
I don't know that right now.
Just play real fast.
Alright, okay, so a few weeks ago I was playing at the Tacoma Pioneer Festival. I'm Casey, by the way, for those who don't know.
Casey, yep.
And I wanted to write a song for it because otherwise it's like playing Acres of Clams 15 times in a row. And that's fun, but it gets boring. So I decided to write a song about it, and I decided to imagine what it would be like if I were some old pioneer with a beard under his belt, who did the whole Oregon Trail thing, and then, you know, lived his life out in the Northwest where I live, and then decided that not a single bit of it was worth it, and that he had made a poor decision. There's humor in that. None of that humor made it into the song at all. I think there's a different version of this song that has humor in it. But
I thought you were going to go Naked and Afraid for a minute there.
I think that's the version that's still yet to be written. Anyway, I'm still kind of, it's teaching itself to me. So. Broken wheels and bones, driftwood crosses I've been dreaming of lately, a darkened trail of stones, telling me that time is ready to take me. Oh, I've been outward bound, carry these miles like the lines round my eyes. They've proven unprofound. They're wanting answers that I'm still asking why. I strayed so far and found so little in time. Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow long. Let the world convict me with my song, but don't bury me in this foreign loam. Carry my body back home. I feel
a stranger here, trading familiar for a river unwinding, summer's wild pioneer, cracking the mountains with nobody to guide me, and never shaking all the ghosts left behind me. Let the wind blow high, let the wind blow long, let the world convict me with my song. But don't bury me in this foreign home, carry my body back home. Every regret, word left unsaid, pulls me to my own. Evening been at the ending, lead me back to home. Yeah, let the wind blow high, let the wind blow long, let the world convict me with my song. But don't bury me in this foreign home, carry my body back home, carry my body back home.
Yeah, wow. Tell us your name again.
Casey.
Casey. Casey what?
Graham.
Graham, Graham.
Graham.
Yeah.
I'm getting super Scottish. I'm making 2 syllables.
And how do you spell Casey?
Casey.
Okay.
So I used to live in
What's your credit card number?
I'm sorry. Joe asked my credit card, which probably.
Yeah, really.
And Joe used to live in Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be there in December, right?
Huh?
You'll be there in December, right?
Yeah. Do you want to show for Seattle Folk Festival?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's a stunning song.
Yeah, that's
great.
So it's interesting to hear about Acres of Land.
Yeah.
Yeah. They used to sing Acres of Land.
Yeah. I played the Joe Carr Cabin music, as they call it. I'm not sure what Francis wrote it out, playing the Joe Carr.
So I'm going to do an old song. So some people who've been here a long time will know the song and can just sing along,
Sing
and it's
along.
easy and also.
You bet.
Nighthawks glide in the darkness, the city lights far from their flight. The cloud silhouette hangs far to the west, above us the clear spring sky. Cassiopeia, dance with Orion tonight. Cassiopeia, with the silvery light in your eyes. Hardly a car on the highway, and hardly a light on the road. Just the ruby shine of coyote eyes and the midnight stars all aglow. Cassiopeia, dance with Orion tonight. Cassiopeia, with the silvery light in your eyes. Somewhere east of Othello, saw her black velvet gown, strewn with thousands of rhinestones, and the North Star there in her crown. Cassiopeia, dance with Orion tonight. Cassiopeia, with the silvery light in your eyes. Orion is the bold hunter, the sword of 3 stars he does bear. He beckons the lady to come to his side. Your Majesty, rise from your chair. Cassiopeia, dance with Orion tonight. Cassiopeia, with the silvery light in your eyes. Cassiopeia, dance with Orion tonight. Cassiopeia, with the silvery light in your eyes. Cassiopeia, we'll be dancing tonight. When I recorded this
gonna happen.
I gotta walk back to the
a guy
parking lot and
played
drive to
upright
the
bass
DMS.
guitar.
Okay.
I'm gonna bid farewell for the evening.
On,
Love you.
and it was ting, you know,
Anytime.
that's what that reminds me.
Anytime you come down, please do.
Thank you. I'm gonna be heading out.
Yeah.
Yes, there are raindrops happening right now.
There are?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Maybe I'll.
Thank you.
Sorry.
It's been lovely, and thank you, and I'll
Oh,
try
my.
to come back.
Just start.
Okay,
Just
my
start.
pleasure.
Oh,
Yeah, just a couple of
Considering
raindrops.
the fact that I've walked slow and the parking lot is a long ways
You're
away.
just a bit away. You might pick up a ride.
Anybody got a car?
Probably not right now.
I guess when rain comes, it
Yeah,
happens.
yeah, it happens here. Well, it does. It can get a lot more serious than this.
It will come down when it wants to and how it wants to.
Thanks again for the quesadillas.
Yeah.
Way to go, girl.
Those
That
were
was great.
delicious.
I haven't had a bona fide quesadilla in at least 4 years. Last year.
Oh my gosh, I can't miss them. Of course, I hear all the time, so.
Yeah, we got a boogie. Just sweeping it.
It's about to get exciting.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not.
If you wouldn't mind, would you help me move chairs in?
Yeah.
Just move them in because it's dry underneath here.
Yeah. Well, it looked like it.
Yeah, it is.
Great little chairs here.
Aren't they great?
This is the most comfortable plastic chair I've ever sat on in my life.
Okay, well, good. I don't know what that
It's
means,
quite
though.
the,
It's
well, it's
plastic.
quite the contradiction to the benches, the wooden benches between Threadgill and
Holy Christ.
Kennedy. My ass is
I know.
killing me.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
My brother. Yeah.
Love
Be
you.
good, huh? Be good. I'll see you soon.
Yep.
Come back.
Thanks for letting me play some horn on your song.
Oh,
That's
thanks.
a lovely
Thanks for
tune.
playing. Brad, you're gonna have to play something to get the rain to come down.
To get it to
Really
start or
come down.
stop.
Well, you're not
Oh,
gonna
you
get
want-
it to stop.
Oh, you want me to play that end of the drought song?
That's the one. That's the one.
Oh, that's right, because I didn't play it the other day.
It actually did rain harder when you played it, as I recall.
An umbrella too. That's supposed to board it off.
Fine.
That usually works.
Oh.
Huh?
You about to give us one?
Get ready for the rain, man. Got my cane ready. beat the hell out of it.
What do you want to do? Let me show you the radar here.
I'm gonna hit back while I can.
Okay, good idea.
Oh, you too. Thank you, brother.
Green.
There was a crowd. I wouldn't know. What's going on here?
Serious.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna run.
We're about to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just looks like a bunch of rain, not a lot of heavy.
Yeah, it'll just run through.
I think I got most of them in here out of the. That's that purple one.
The purple one's okay. It's rarely sat on.
Well, just get as many of these out of the rain as you can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
please
a
just
smart.
put them in.
He's so smart.
This is an outrigger.
I know. Actually, if you want, just throw it underneath or behind that walker, underneath my other canopy.
Can I get it under there?
Yeah, I think so. Even if it goes on top of something, don't worry.
Okay.
You can't hurt anything.
Bill, take care.
Okay, Brad. Thanks for playing.
Any other help breaking camp?
No, I'm not going to do much more than this. I think it'll be fine. If anything, just move the chairs in even further if you want to. Perfect.
See you guys.
Good night.
Yeah. Probably. You know, you gotta expect it.
Sometimes it happens like this.
Whoever dies that bullet.
It's a big tent, but I don't know if they're gonna get it.
Put this away.